Good morning, everyone. Okay, good morning. Okay, so today is a warm day, and I believe that everyone turn on your AC, right? Already, okay, the aircon. Okay, we do also. But just take care of yourself because my one of my classmates in ESL class, she just got a cold because of the drastic change of the temperature. So please take care of yourself. Hey, if you feel like drink plenty of water, I think that is really helps body to regulate. Okay, so now we are going to start our meditation. So of course we begin with the walking meditation. And I found out that if I put myself closer to the microphone is the sound quality is better. Okay, so I will do that as much as possible because I have another good table to pull in and out, pull forward and backward, so that I can just move around the microphone. Okay, so now we're going to start the walking meditation. So just as I said, okay, I- sound quality is getting better, but I think that I forgot to adjust my frame. Okay, okay. So anyway, I think you can see me, right? Okay, I got the lights correct, microphone correct, but not the camera. Okay, so later. Okay, so let me just you can close your eyes first. So I have to just do a little bit, kind of like tilting. Okay, this is better. Okay, so now we are going to start our walking meditation. Of course, walking may be a meditation. Okay, so just not just seated could be meditation, but walking or eating or even sleeping, you may do it as like a as meditation. So just keep yourself mindful. That is the meditation. Okay, so now we are going to do that. Okay. Whether you are going to be mindful on your breathing or the steps that you're taking, I will be all fine for the meditation. But I would prefer to do this breathing because after we do the walking, right, we do seating, and we will be doing focusing on the breathing, right? So all the objects, focusing objects will be the same. So we won't be, kind of like doing a lot of switches unless you like changes. Okay, so you can try that according to your pace, your practice. So try different variations. So and choose the ones that match you, best match you, okay, or best fit you. Okay, so now we're going to do that. Okay, so of course the signals. Walk mindfully. Okay, so stay where you are and be mindful on your breathing. Okay, so now let us turn to the Buddha and we are going to take bows to the Buddha. So have bow. Okay, so now let us down and we're going to do the seated meditation. So, see, I can pull my mic. Okay, with no noise, right? So I found a better table right now. Okay, so get yourself a comfortable, balanced, and a stable sitting posture. So the most important criteria for the stable and comfortable seated posture is that you stay your back. Okay, so straighten your back. Okay, so sit through your back. Okay, see through your spine. See straight through your spine. Okay. Okay, so that is because when we are sitting straight through our spine, um, it helps us the circulation. Also, we will acquire a better posture so that we won't be, kind of like doing these or, tilted. So, our making it is not balanced. So there is a force that you are going to pull yourself back. So that is the point for sitting, straight. So it is kind of like a chi things. Okay, so I don't know, kind of like interpret it into like a circulation. Okay, so shoulder relax. You may press down your chin a little bit. Okay. That is because we have already tend to, like uh, staring at the screen like these, right? Or reading iPad like these, right? So, we are, putting or tucking in our chin, but not too much. Okay? So just press it down a little bit. So that will be, a better, position. You can put a better position on your head. Okay. Okay. Take 3 deep breaths, fresh air in, and breathe out all of your stress. After taking 3 deep breaths, let us relax ourselves from head to toe. So relax your scalp, your forehead, and your eyebrows. Relax your eyes and nose. Relax your cheeks and chin. Relax your ears, and then down to your neck and shoulders. Relax your arms and all the way down to your fingertips. Relax your chest and abdomen. Relax your back and your lower back. Relax your legs and all the way down to your toes. Now we have relaxed ourselves from head to toe. We're going to do it one more time, and this time we're going to do it from outside in. So relax your hair and skin. Relax your muscles, your nerves, and your blood vessels. Relax your bones and joints. Relax your inner organs and your brain. And now we have relaxed ourselves from head to toe and outside in. So it is the best time for us to do the meditative concentration. So what we are doing is called mindful breathing. So just be mindful on your breaths. Each breath you take in and out, you should be mindful. So when taking in, you can check on how deep the air can reach you. And when breathe out, you can check on how long or how short your breath is. If you are easily being distracted by any sounds that you hear, or even your thoughts that pops up in your head, then there is another technique called breath counting. Just count your breathing cycle. So take breathing in and out as a cycle. So the first cycle you can count 1, the next you count 2, and so on. And you can count up to 5, then go back, start all over again from 1. Or you can challenge yourself to count up to 10. So there is only one rule for like breath counting. That is when you get distracted, that it means that you lost your number, or you're counting but you're still thinking. Okay. Then it means that when you're thinking, it means that your mind still followed any thoughts. Okay, so you can do both counting and following the thoughts. Okay, so then you have to start all over from 1. Okay, so I hope that you can progress. Okay, so not just always stay in number 1, but you can go up to 2 or up to 3. So don't get discouraged, because this is part of the practice. Okay, so now we are going to practice for a moment. And when we're going to start it with 3 strikes of the wooden fish. And after a short period of time, or maybe 15 minutes or so, then you will hear another strike of wooden fish, and that means the end of these sitting meditation sessions. Okay, so let us be mindful. So you may open your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, fresh air in, and breathe out of your stress. After taking 3 deep breaths, then we can do the transitional warm down exercise. So first, we sway our body to the sides, so slowly and gently. So you still have to keep yourself balanced. You won't fall from the chairs or cushions. Then forward and backwards. Do the turning. So if you have like your legs is painful during the sitting and or your legs sleeps away, okay, then or sleeps, right? Okay, so by turning, then I think that the you know all the situation or conditions might be ease. Okay, then rub your hand. Okay, if you feel really painful or like it aches a lot, you can kind of like try to release your legs first. So don't worry. So rub your hands, warm, cover your eyes with your hands, roll your eyes. And then rub your face with your hands gently. Pull your ears, or you may massage your ears. Comb your head. Massage your neck and shoulders. And then down to your arms. Then your hands. You can squeeze your fingers, or you can just like join your palms and press against each other. Press your palms to each other. Okay, then rub your hands again. Put your palms against your lower back and rub it. So this will kind of like energize yourself, right? Because we think the lower back, that part is like where the kidney is, right? So in like a modern medical science, it is kidney here, but there is a conceptual kidney in Chinese medicine. Right? So it's also somewhere here. Okay, and the kidney is the control center of the energy. So like when we're rubbing it, then it's kind of like energizing your spirit. Okay? like your energy. Yes, boost up your energy. Then release your legs, rub, thoroughly rub it. I know that it might be numbness. Okay, so I know that pain may be something that we have to get over during the meditation, but you don't really have to, kind of like really to hold on to it. So that is not the whole reason for meditation. Okay, so if you really can endure it or you can hold it, then you can kind of like shift it, okay, in a kind of like a gentle way. like maybe changing your legs, like if you're seated in with a half lotus posture, and you can kind of like shifting it, right? But right, this is something that I would like to warn you. When you're doing the shifting, it may ease a little bit, but the pain eventually will get back because you're still in the seating situation, in the seating posture, right? Okay. And I think that one way to kind of like to ease it, or to kind of like make it, is to to make yourself stretch it. Okay, stretch your like legs, or sitting not much, like when you're sitting half lotus, you don't have to put your legs too high. I mean to up to the like the thigh, the position of your thigh. But maybe you can kind of like make it lower, so that you won't be experiencing pain, especially the severe pain first, right? Okay, so that is something, or you can meditate on pain also, right? Because that is another things that is something that we usually will eventually will meet, right? Like when we get old, our soreness, or pain in our joints, or any part of the body, right? Okay, so that is something that you can also kind of like feel it. Okay, I know this is tough, but we have ways to deal with it. Right? So I would like to share with you about how. So we have talked about Anatman and Sunyata, right? Okay, so in order for us to realize what Anatman is, so we call it non-self or no self. Right? Then we should have an idea, right, that kept in mind that non-self is not something of some concept of denying of self. So it doesn't mean that the self, you are not existed, or you are going to deny it. Okay? So it is a way to realize that the concept of self might not be as true as we thought of, or it seems. Okay, it seems to be. Okay, so this is something is called non-self. Okay, so our definition of self means that it's self-sustainable. Okay, so that means that and it is controllable. Okay, so like self-sustainable and controllable. And for us, emotionally, or by when our thoughts, our feeling, actually is heavily depending on what we perceive. And if this is so true, then it must not be self-sustainable, and we always cannot be controlled, right? We cannot control something that we perceive, and that things, what we perceive will affect our emotions, right? Okay, so of course we sometimes we can kind of like distance it. Right? So this is something that the Buddha told us that we have to realize that. Right? So that is called anatta. So it is not the denial of an existence of a person that calls me. Okay, so it is not a denial. Okay, and it is not something like we hate it. Okay, it is just uh, an idea or a theory, a set of a conclude, or how do I say that? Right. So it is a teachings, right, from the Buddha that reminds us that the notion of a dependable, sustainable, and that we can control everything, the self, actually uh, may not be existed. Okay, so that is something that we talk, right? So let us talk about, so in order for us to realize the notion of this non-self, right, then we have to first explore ourselves. Okay, so it's kind of like okay. um, First, we can talk about the physical things, right? Biological things, okay? Like our body, right? Especially our six senses, right? Or this we can call it five sense organs, and also there are outer sense organ, like there is eyeball, right? The nose is like this, mouth is like this, tongue is like this, ears is like this. There is also an inner sense organs, right? That means your nerves, right? Nerves or neural things that connects your outer organs with the brain, right? So that is, the brain is like kind of like a processor, right? A processor, like processors, okay, that that can figure out what we perceive, right? Okay, but as we learn or as we live in the world, right, and we know that sometimes what we perceive may not be real. Okay, so for example, we know that there is a like a optical illusion. So something that we perceive may not be true. Okay, so for example, the photos that we see may not represent the real situation of when during the photography, right? So as I was, I have an experience of working in a journalist, a Buddhist journalist, okay, journals, right? Then I know that there is a way to, kind of like taking a photo to show how crowded and how there are a lot of people in the room, or you can show, it is not really the same way, right? Okay, so it's just depends on what lens you are using, what distance that you are using. If it is a like a eye bird things, or it is from a low shot or a long shot, middle shot, close up, right? Then that the effect of the photo will turn out differently. So that is called the optical illusions. And there are a lot of optical illusions out there, right? Right. And the science or some videos may show that, right? Okay. Then that is something that we know, right, for the visual or optical things. And how about the rest of the sense, like for example the hearings or the smellings or the tastes? Actually you can get fooled too. Right? So there is a recent news, the Japanese, one of the Japanese kind of like inventor invented chopsticks, okay, that connects to some of the electricity device, okay, and there is some electric like vibrations that will make a low sodium food tasty. Okay, I don't know how it go, or how do they make it, but I think this is something that's science can explain, right? Okay, so they use the chopsticks, then using kind of like that connects with some of the low electricities okay, or low voltage of the electricities, and that makes low sodium food much more tasty. Right? So that is like it is kind of like a inspiration for me. Like, and I said, oh, this is also kind of like an illusion, right? Right. So low sodium food doesn't taste good because that doesn't add up a lot of flavors, right? But with that chopsticks, and when you're using it, right, then the low sodium food, especially the miso soup, right, it contains a lot of sodium, and it is not good for like a hypertension person, or you have you have some some heart issues, right? Or a heart hypertension issues people to eat, right? Okay. But if there is an alternative of that called low sodium miso soup or miso paste, okay, but it doesn't taste as flavorful as the normal ones. Okay. So now the Japanese scientists finally get the solution: chopsticks. Okay, so that is something that is also kind of like having a proof of when we're tasting things that sometimes it will fool us, right? Or artificial flavors, right, that fool us with the natural flavors, right? Now we tend to embrace the artificial flavor over the natural ones, because that makes that makes us that is stronger. The smells or the aroma, the taste is much stronger, much more flavorful, deeper, that we can that we really cling on okay, or attached to it, right? Oh, like, that is very good. Okay, so that is something that we things that we can contemplate on. We were fooled by the taste. Okay, and by from the news and the invention of these chopsticks, okay, then that is also a proof that we can really got fooled, right? Okay, and also the smells, like yes, there are like oh, and there is another ones that I have mentioned, the cilantro. Some people like cilantro a lot, some people don't. And those people who don't like it and has a scientific explanation on them that they have their maybe something, maybe it is about a DNA or something that triggers the aroma or the scent of the cilantro, that triggers their smelling sense or the taste sense in the wrong way, in a different way, not the wrong way. We cannot say the wrong, right? Okay, but in the different way, so that they think when they sense the smell or the aroma of the cilantro, and the brain tells them it is nasty, it doesn't taste or smell good. Okay, so that is something. Maybe it is neuro things, like neurology things, but I really don't. I really forget. But there are something, you know, uh, when you smell it, you will be that is really different, right? Right. So smell is doesn't dependable also, because it really up to people, right? Okay, so if it is good or smells good or bad, you really, it is not, there is no such thing like universal truth. Okay, hearing also, right? Okay, so uh, when you are very fully focused, you can't hear anything, right? And sometimes we our hearing is also limited. For example, we can hear sounds, higher sounds or higher frequency sounds like the bat hears, right? And we can hear some frequencies that the dogs or the cat hears, right? Or the low frequencies too. So that is also proven that our hearing is also limited, right? So when we say that, when we really totally depending on how we perceive equals true, then we have to think about it twice. Okay, right? Because scientifically we can see, or phenomenally, or like in the real world, that we can see and we can prove that there are illusions, there are limitations of what we perceive or what we can perceive. And then that is also, so when when we say that what we see and what we hear, what we taste is always true, then for Buddhists, that is not always the case. Okay, so from what we are from what we are seeing, or from what we are perceiving, and from the lessons that we can learn from the from the six sense organs, then we know that really it is just a limited world, a limited information that we can get. Okay? And that is just a part of the puzzles, right? A bigger puzzles. Okay? So when we know that, then a Natman can be proven. Right? So there it is limited. We cannot get a control of it, and we cannot, it is not self-sustainable, because we always should be depending on something, right? Then that is that is the taste, that is first steps of knowing Atman. Okay, so this is something that I would like to share with you, and I think that we can have a break. And we can talk about later, maybe next time, we will be talking about the thoughts that we're having, right? Okay. And there are deeper things, right, that we're having right now. Okay. So, or that affects ourselves, that affects the growth of, or like that affects the growing experience of ourselves. Right. Okay. So that's it. So we are going to have 5 minutes break. So I will see you in 11:10. Okay. So see you later, and we are going to do a quick bow to the Buddha, and we can dismiss. Okay. So let us stand up and bow to the Buddha. I will see you in 5 minutes. Okay. Wow, time flies. Just with everyone, right? Okay, so we're back. And okay, so later I'm going to. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so now let us go back to our seat or cushions to do the second session of our meditation. Still, I will draw microphone toward me so that you can hear me clearly. So less echoes. Okay, so see straight through your spine, a comfortable, stable, balanced seating posture. Take 3 deep breaths. Relax and focus on your breathing, or be mindful on your breathing. So let us be mindful. So now you may open your eyes and take 3 deep breaths, fresh air in, and breathe out all of your stress. After taking 3 deep breaths, and we can do the transitional and warm down exercise, swaying your body to the sides, bend forward, backward. Turn. And rub your hands. And cover your eyes with your hands. Roll your eyes. Then gently rub your face. Pull your ears. And massage your head. Your ears. And comb your head. Or you can massage it too. So if it is combing, you can just comb it from the top to the side. So just like, combing your hair from the top to the side, right? Okay, then massage your neck and shoulders. Okay, we should, say thank you to our shoulders and neck, because it's the only ones to support our head, right? Okay. And our head is very heavy. Okay, so this is so you can imagine how the weight they support, right, or they carried, just with this, with just a little a little bones, and also some of the muscles. So they deserve a treat of your massage, right? Okay. Okay, then massage your arms. Rub your hands again. Then put your palms against your lower back, and you can rub it. You may do a circular motion, or it's just up and down, that's fine. But I prefer like a circular motion. And then you may release your legs and massage it. Okay, I have sent some of the link, a link of Dr. Lancaster's lecture that I mentioned last Friday. So it is on the YouTube PLIA channel, and it talks about how do you find Dharma in the daily life. So Dr. Lancaster was sharing his one-day experience on how he sees the Dharma, or how he feels and contemplate on the Dharma. Okay, then I'm very glad that someone really watch it and also get some inspire from it. So Carla said, "Oh, she really enjoyed the lecture." Okay, and you know, and there are really someone who could, um, explain a everyday life and and how they see dukkha. Dukkha is the first noble truth, right? And lived through it. Yeah, I know that there are dukkha right now, right? Everyone might be feeling dissatisfaction, will be feeling some, kind of like depressed, something that is really, you can, you really can tell what you feel, but you're just not happy, right? Okay, not satisfied, right? So that is dukkha. And where does dukkha from? How this being felt in your life, and you see it, and how to deal with it, right? And then so the Dr. Lancaster, I think that he really inspires this part, right? To the Carla also, inspires that from the part of dukkha. Right? But he also talks about emptiness. That is his first one, the dreams. Right? But that might be, something that we have to work on it, because you know that will uh, that is tougher to connect, right, than the dukkha, right? Okay, to our life, right? So but we are still working on it. We are progressing, right? Okay, we are slowly approaching to the Dharma, the teachings, and I hope that you may find joy in this meditation, and also get inspired by the talks, and also the talks that I introduced. Right? So thank you very much for joining me. And there are someone who leave the message like joining palms, and I really appreciate it. I think he's just visiting. He was just visiting. Okay, so let me take a look at who she is. Diraj. Okay, Diraj, thank you. Okay, so maybe he's this or she's the Sashi's friend. Okay, so now we have to say goodbye to you. And oh yeah, forgot to mention, next Friday is the Memorial Weekends, right? And I will be off for the whole week to Kansas. And I'm not sure if I think that I cannot make it on Friday. So we will have a break on next Friday. No, it is not Memorial Weekend, right? It's April. I'm sorry. Okay, so no excuse. Okay, so I got mixed up. Okay, so now you can laugh me. Laugh at me. Don't worry. Okay, so next week I will be in Kansas the whole week, so I might not make it on for the meditation. So next week we will not have class or meditation. Okay, so if you would like to really want to meditate at the same time, okay, so I will leave this video intact on YouTube. I want, yeah, I didn't delete it. So you can kind of like replay it and the follow the follow the instruction to meditate. Okay, so if you want to do so. Okay, so now let us take bows to the Buddha and thank the Buddha and all the good causes and conditions that we make this live streaming possible. Okay, so thank you very much, and I will see you next week. Bye bye. Oh no, not next week. Next month. Bye bye.